About that.
Okay.
Well, happy Friday night, everyone. It sure is good to see all of you. Thanks for coming. We're sure happy to be here and talking about cruising and traveling. And it's really nice to see all of you here. Thank you for coming. It's just, it's this crazy thing. I spoke with someone on the phone today and she said, I feel like we're already family. And this was the first time I had ever spoken with her before. But you know what? I felt that way. So I think it's something pretty special that all of you are special, that we do this together and feel a bond. So thanks for coming and joining us. It's really nice to see you. And I love seeing, like I said, the happy faces. It's really a lot to think about this week with the Majestic Princess cancellations and one that we heard of from the island, and just a lot to think about. And we've got those Southeast Asia ones out. So let's say hi and then let us know what questions you've got. So we've got Tim and Cindy. So good to see you both. And Nancy, you and Michael seeing The Chosen season 5, episodes 1 to 3. Oh, how exciting.
Oh, those
good for
now?
you.
Okay.
So many of you enjoy The Chosen.
Yeah.
We love that show too. So I'm glad that you're enjoying. We're sending you lots of blessings back, Nancy, to you and Mike. And have a Coke, John. Good to see you. Nice to have you with us. Really nice to have you, Matt. Is Code 4 for Life here, and I have missed them.
Right there.
Oh my gosh. There you are, Code 4 for Life. How are you? It seemed like your trip was absolutely wonderful.
Back from the South
like
Pacific,
absolutely
yes.
Wonderful. Are we right thinking it was absolutely wonderful just from your posts and your videos? And it seems like you had just the best time. And I think you said, didn't you say the Koningsdam is now your favorite ship? I thought that's what you said.
Yeah.
So let us know. Yeah, Matt, nice to have you with us. And Maudie. And here we go right off.
Hrvoje.
Oh, Gordon looked it up last week, but I couldn't remember.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Hrvoje. Croatian, from what I found.
From what he looked. So yeah. Why do you think that Princess canceled their Majestic cruises out of Texas? You know what? That's an interesting question, isn't it?
It is.
But they just released, those Southeast Asia cruises, which we're no surprise that it's the Diamond doing that segment of those cruises. But we're waiting for the rest of 2027 to come. So we've still got more Australia to come, and New Zealand. We've still got all of Europe. We've got more transatlantics to come, and Japan. We're waiting on Japan.
Yeah, because
there is still so much. So you just kind of wonder what they were doing. But I will tell you, those cruises out of Galveston they were very, very affordable the whole time, which when you look at supply and demand, they're more affordable because they were trying to sell them. And so I kind of wonder, it'll be interesting to see if they switch and put another ship there instead, or if they're just not going to go back there for a little while. I feel like when you look at how booked up cruises are for some areas in the world, way far in advance, including the Caribbean, believe it or not, maybe they're feeling like they can earn more money on their ship in another place. So it is going to be fun to see what else they release.
Yeah.
So, and it's more Caribbean too, because we have like some Caribbean, but not, and Mexican Riviera, but not everything. There's a lot missing for 2027. Yeah. So yeah, we'll see. But
well, even what you announced, what they brought up for Southeast Asia, that only goes through March.
March 1st was the last one that was in that segment.
And the shortest ones of those, were they 14 or 21?
No, they were 9.
9. Okay.
9 was the shortest of those.
Yeah.
And so
and usually Japan is at least 9 to 11 days. And sometimes they even have a few.
Well, and I want to say that this morning, I was looking at a bunch of those Southeast Asia cruises just because I like to, in case we get the chance. And some of them are kind of booked. So it's really interesting, the demand that people wait for it and then they're ready to book.
Yeah.
So I don't know if they would like. I'm not saying that there would maybe be enough to put 2 ships, like another one sailing with the Diamond for a bunch of those itineraries. But I don't know. And then there's the whole thing. I need to do a whole video about is the demand for travel becoming softer? There's a whole discussion around that. So let me know in the comments. Do you feel like the demand for travel is falling? Tell me what you think, and then we'll talk about that more another day. So Becky, nice to see you. Happy Friday. And Carrie, Nice to see you. Flying out Sunday to Rome for 2 months in the Mediterranean on the Majestic.
Wow.
That's going to be fantastic. I always just have to add, we had one of those booked on the Majestic until we couldn't go anymore, so we had to cancel it. But it's important that we're where we are right now. So we're here. So, and Susan Jackson, always a pleasure to see you. We've had a good week. She's been dealing with some health issues that need to be cleared up before their cruise departing on May 24th.
Oh, that's just 2 months.
We'll keep you in our prayers that you'll just be ready to go and all your health problems worked out. So it's really hard when that happens because it's just hard.
Yeah.
Clyde, sure, it's nice to see you. Good to see you. And Sue and Phil from Florida, Central Florida. Nice to have you with us. Let's see. Oh, so when you start at 1 a.m. over there, thanks, Carrie. And if we don't see you, we'll hope that you're fine. You post enough, we'll know you're doing okay, because that is kind of late to having to tune in. Well, there's Cheryl and Dale. Nice to see you from Lake Somerset, Illinois. Nice to see you. So DMart777 says another 7, booked a 14-day cruise doing Tahiti and Hawaii and canceled a 7-day on Gauguin and saved $2,300. The cruise is September 17th.
Wow.
Well, good for you. I'm glad you're going. Yeah, it's really interesting when you follow cruise prices, isn't it? That just sums up a whole lot right there, doesn't it? It does, though. Doug from Simi Valley. Hi there, Doug. It's nice to know it's you. Okay. Nice to have you with us. Well, we've got Keith Ann and Jerry are here tonight.
Oh, good.
Sunny today and snow tomorrow. Yesterday was beautiful and warm, and I had on spring clothes, and then today we're chilly again. Mm-hmm. So I hope you're enjoying the sun today. I don't think we had sun today, did we?
A little bit.
Maybe
around about 3:30. It broke through, but not enough. It was still high clouds.
Yeah. Well, hi there, Kathy. How are you doing, sweetheart? Really nice to see you. And we've got Jeffrey here. Hope you're doing well, Jeffrey. We missed you. Was it the last time we had a Monday? We've missed a little bit here since I was out of town.
Yeah, we didn't have last Monday or
we
Friday.
Always notice when people are missing. So It's nice to see you back. And Edith and Gary, so good to see you. Warm and sunny Virginia. Lucky you. And Kathy, Warren, we have more than one Kathy here, but you are all evenly special. So,
and if you haven't seen her video from today talking about why one of the ships is changing because there's some storms coming, I was looking to see if I could grab some weather-related footage, and apparently, I guess those of you in the Midwest, you're going to get hammered in the next day or two. So, I hope you guys,
like
tie everything
which
down.
Midwest?
Where your mother's at?
Oh, like Indiana.
Yeah.
Like Kathy, we've got
Is there
Arkansas.
a different Midwest I'm missing?
Well, it just depends, like this part of the Midwest, that part of the Midwest. So everybody be careful and take care. So let's see. And Jody, so good to see you.
Well, and it may move up. Of course, it's going to move up into North New England states as such.
Nice to see you, Ramirez from California. And Ellen, nice to have you with us. And Christine, really good to see you. So I think Carrie's at home. Are you at home, Carrie?
Yeah, he takes off in a day or two.
And Christine, so good to see you.
He's
I
been
hope you
posting
guys are
pictures
doing
of
well.
flowers.
Yeah. Let's see. And Vincent from Sarasota.
Oh,
Fiona
nice.
From Scotland. Nice to have you.
Fiona, hello.
We're happy to have you here. Let's see. Oh, it's on the NCL Sun. I was wondering who you were going on. So Doug from Simi Valley is doing that 14-day cruise to the South Pacific on the Sun. So good. NCL Sun.
Good.
Lori, nice to have you with us. Let's see. Thank you, Kathy. She says, start your night off right by clicking on the thumbs up. So please do.
Yes.
So it's really funny that you have to ask for that, isn't it? In the year 2025, you have to ask for a thumbs up. So thank you very much.
It would automatically happen after 5 minutes.
That's true.
Of watching
a certain amount of your time. Yeah.
I didn't click out. I must like it.
Turns out, yeah. Oh, yeah. At Code 4 for Life, they still have several more videos to edit and upload. It just takes time, doesn't it? And until you spend time editing, which I have not done, it takes a long time. And especially if you have like a lot of different like photo clips, like we ran into with the, like that thing we did about our group cruise, it's hard to like, try to get that all lined up. So good job doing that, Don.
Part of my thing is I know the chronology. I know the sequence.
Yeah.
And so when I'm popping through and something pops up and it's like, that's out of sequence, I kind of go nuts. And if I left it in, you guys wouldn't even know. But I've got to be proper. I've got to be right. I just can't. My brain won't handle it.
We've got Holly here with us from Iowa. 82. Wow, way too warm for March. It is. I'm really worried about all of our trees are starting to blossom, and I worry about the fruit trees coming out too much and then freezing, and then we don't get fruit because we have a lot of orchards.
We have blossoms already coming, so
we do. So Sheila is on Coral Seas. Oh wow, the Coral Sea on the Viking Orion. Wow, thanks for joining us, Sheila. Yeah. I'm really happy to have you with us. How is it going on the Viking Orion? I love how Viking names their ships. Can I just say that? I love how they name their ships. Every time they have a new one, or every time they have so many of them. But so when I'm looking something up for one of them or whatever, I love looking up and seeing who that was in mythology or history or the whole thing. Do a cool job. So I hope you're enjoying. Let us know what you think. So let's see, where were we?
Angela's going to be in Athens in August.
Ooh, cruising on Holland America. Nice. Would you just enjoy Athens for me? Would you? I don't have a date set for Athens yet. Yeah. Then I had this really fun idea to look up flights to Athens, and they were really quite affordable in the next couple of weeks. But I don't have a passport. Thinking, those aren't too I don't have a passport right now. And you know what? So just like as a watching thing, 2 weeks has blown by. I'm not getting it back in 2 weeks. And so I'm just waiting to hear more about my passport. So I'm hoping it comes soon. But enjoy Athens, would you? So.
Well, and every time I hear Athens, I think about when we were there in August or October, just before we did the group cruise.
What a time.
Oh, that was amazing.
That was just a time to go. That was fabulous. Yeah, that was really nice. So it doesn't matter how many times you've been some places, your heart just longs to go. Yeah. And other places, one is enough. Yeah. And that's funny how that is. So
I want that ice
cruising
cream
for a run. Cruising for one says you don't get any. I hope you don't get any roaming charges. You are very clever. I like that. Hey, Patricia, good to see you. I'm glad you guys had an amazing cruise. That's wonderful.
Yeah.
Ontario girl, the best way to visit the Tower of London. Well, you know what? You can buy your tickets there. You can buy them in advance. When we visited the Tower of London, they have their, what do they call those guys? They're not beefeaters. What do they call them?
The Royal Guard.
They do tours there, and they do really good tours. And so go and do a tour there. That's what I would do. Is that what your question is? They do outstanding tours, really, really, really good tours. And they take you all over. And then you can have time to walk through and see the crown jewels and all of that. So that's what I would do if it was me. And if I could, if you know when you want to go, I always say book your ticket in advance. And if you can't, go early in the day. So tell me what your other questions are Ontario girl. Let's see. And I'm excited for you going to London. So 19 days until Finzian's Trans-Pacific cruise on the Royal. Oh, I'm excited for you. You're going to have to tell us about it when you get home. Oh, David says, all caps, hello, all you beautiful people. So that's everybody here. David and Christy, we cannot wait to see you again. And Tim and Cindy, like, hold on to your socks, everybody. Alaska will never be the same again. Right?
Yeah. Finzian, I'd like to know how full that ship's going to be.
I had to look. I bet it's still there.
With that's one of their big ships, and so that's interesting that they've got a Trans-Pacific using that one.
There's a Trans-Pacific on the Discovery Board that's been sold out almost since it was announced.
That's true.
Yeah, so I should look at the Royal one. But yeah, I'm excited for you to go. That'll be really nice. So 11 days, Stephen says, to their Hawaii South Pacific cruise on the Sapphire. That's going to be wonderful.
Oh, yeah.
There's all these amazing cruises that they're doing. I'm happy to see them come. There's Melody.
Should we tell
good
them
to see you, Melody.
Hide something on that ship for us to find?
I hope you're feeling better. Nope.
On the Sapphire?
No.
Okay.
Let's see. Carrie also says take a guided tour. Wonderful tour guide at the tower full of info. Good. Yeah, it's those guys. I should look them up. They wear like the uniform. Like that's where they are. Mm-hmm. It's kind of think of like, the over at Buckingham Palace, those guards that have the gear on. Same thing as at the Tower of London, specific to that place. But they do phenomenal tours. Really, really good tours. That's one place you can take their tour and know it's going to be excellent. So, Christine, you guys are on the same ship. That didn't click in my mind. Okay, so in my video today, if anybody missed it, I offered, so if any of you are ever going on a cruise and you want to know and meet up if there's any Let's Go family members on board, like I'm delighted if you send me an email and tell me like the ship, of course, and the sail date, but then like what date and time and where you want to meet, I'll announce it. And then if people want to come and say hi to each other, you can, like with Christine and Randy being on that cruise, and Steven, if you want to just say hi, you can. If you don't want, you don't have to. So, but otherwise, like, how do you know who each other is, right? So I just thought that would be kind of fun. We used to do that way back in the beginning a little bit, and then we kind of fell off. But yeah, if anybody is interested, we're delighted to do that. We could put it on our Facebook page too.
So it's the one you're thinking of?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it is Beefeater.
It is? Okay. Mm-hmm. So yeah, go to the Tower of London, take their tour. So let's see. Is the Love Boat cruise still going out of Galveston? Sue and Phil, it sure is. Which, if they move, if they take away the Majestic from there and they end up not being in Galveston, it'll be extra special to get to go out of there. So I'm excited that that's an option. Yeah. And we're very excited. We've got some Let's Go family members coming with us, and it's going to be a fun time. Princess has not announced yet, those special packages they did last time. Well, it was just one, but they haven't announced it yet. No. So we'll just keep our eye. But I remember last time they announced when we were not home, we were in Canterbury to see the Canterbury Cathedral, and they came out. And so when was that? That was in June. And the cruise was at the end of August. So we've still got some time.
Yeah, I don't expect to see a lot until summertime.
But yeah, so yeah, if anybody's thinking of coming, you should come.
And that's on the Regal.
It's going to be fun. It's going to be on the Regal.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. A lot of fun. Mm-hmm. I'm just excited. And you know what? They have that Waffle House in Galveston that, I was thinking about this and I thought,
there?
I thought we talked about this.
I think we did.
Yeah. And I was like, well, if we want to walk over to the Waffle House for dinner,
right. Mm-hmm.
Anybody come that wants? And then it was like, Waffle Houses are never very big. Can we all fit?
I think we can get 24 people in there at tops.
Maybe not that many people want to come. It's not fine cuisine. It's just really good pecan waffles and diced and peppered.
It's comfort food.
Is it?
It's comfort breakfast food.
We'll have to get a menu.
Which we can't find anywhere else.
No. Well, we don't live in the South. So how would we be able to find that?
Yeah.
So let's see. Is the Love Boat. Okay, so we got that one. You guys are saying hey to each other. I know an agent here that's had a lot of clients cancel.
Montreal.
In Montreal. That's too bad. I don't know. All these countries do all these things, and I just am going to darn go where I want to go, to be quite frank. And that's where I stand. I'm not letting anything hold me back if I can go. Nicole, sure is good to see you, my sweetie. Let's see. Oh, Thomas just got home and sent me a gift card. Did you send me a gift card here?
Well,
indeed he did.
Here's
So
a
I'll
comment
get to
from
that.
Jeffrey. Based on my recent trips to Germany and Orlando, I see no let up in travel. All flights 100% capacity. However, the train is actually less expensive than usual, and seats are available.
That's interesting. I don't know. The flying that we've done lately, I just did, Boston and back. Very full flights. Mm-hmm. Very full flights. Yeah. And it's like the broad spectrum. You could still see, you could still tell some people are traveling for business, and you could still see, because I heard him talk about it, so I knew. But then, families and everybody is just going.
Yeah.
And you know what? Truly, like we're at this point in our life, I don't need to buy another thing, but I need to go places. And so like we're putting things that probably were in other categories in our budget earlier in life. It's just all in travel now. And so it's important to me to get to go. And I feel like I hope people remember that, because it seems like it's just really important. It'll change. It changes. I'm a different person because I get to go.
Oh, incredible. So, wow.
Gordon's like, wow, she is.
No, I'm talking about myself. And just like I said, we talked about Athens just a minute ago, and the rush of memories that came back, and just everything.
Yeah.
And getting to meet you all.
That's changed.
Okay, I see Justine down here.
Oh, Justine. Hello, you and Scott.
Carrie,
I almost texted you today,
Thomas,
and I just don't know if people want
everybody that we've met here. Just wow.
Because you keep crossing my mind. Yeah. So
what you do for us, thank you.
Thanks. So Samira, nice to see you. She's in Toronto, 10 days and counting to get on the Celebrity Beyond for an 11-night Panama Canal cruise.
Wow.
Oh, you're going to have to tell us about it. Let us know when you get home how it went. The Celebrity Beyond is beautiful. And to get to go through the Panama Canal, that's going to be fabulous. I'm really happy for you. I'm really glad you get to go. So I like you guys saying hi to each other. That's really interesting. Jeffrey, any thoughts on why do you think the train in Germany was that way? I don't know. I remember that you go there a lot. So I was going to say, would it be the time of year? Maybe not the time of year. I don't know. It's really interesting. Yeah. I remember, when we went on that river cruise at the end of August, beginning of April, that was at Easter time though. So the trains were so busy, very, very busy then. But so Thomas, I sure will let you know. And Kevin, thank you for highlighting. Oh, you're welcome. Those non-refundable, if you didn't see my video today, it's about several things, but non-refundable and refundable deposits. And those non-refundable are cropping up a whole lot more. So just try to be careful. Yeah, be aware of what you book and ask what you book, especially if you're on board. Attention. So, yeah. Carrie says Fort Lauderdale was a zoo last month and 2 full flights. Yeah, that's true. And you look at cruises and they're still booked. So, yeah. Once again, hi, Justine, you and Scott. I hope everything's going good. I hope Scott's mom's doing well. Really hope so. Let's see.
Thomas says the storms are coming in on Sunday.
Oh, on Sunday where he is. Yeah. There in Illinois. Hey there, James. Nice to see you. Sir James and Lady Christy. You're never going to live that down. So Sir James is David to me because I knew. I don't know why I didn't click on this Sir James, but I know it's Sir James now and Lady Christy. We should start curtsying. Let me see them bowing. Let's see. Code 4 for Life says they already made. You guys already made 3 stars on their Mariner program. Can't wait till 4 and free laundry. That is so awesome. But that's great. You guys are already 3 stars. That's really nice. Yeah. So our third cruise, my third cruise on Holland America, Gordon's second is going to be that one next summer, the 4th of July cruise. And I don't know what I'll be after that. Probably still one. Because we've just done 7-day ones. So that's another 7-day one. But that's okay. So let's see.
Well, and then other than our river cruises, all of ours until that one, I think, are all on Princess.
Are they?
Yeah. Whereas last year we were all over the place.
Yeah, that's true. This is true. So Jeffrey says Iceland Air names all their planes. It's interesting to read the story behind the name.
Nice.
Thanks for saying that, Jeffrey. Yeah. That's cool. And Keith, Ann, and Jerry is 189 days till the Star inauguration. I'm so excited. So if anybody doesn't know, the Star Princess is sailing October 4th. And we're so excited we're going. And so are Keith, Ann, and Jerry, and some other Let's Go family members.
Think of the questions that you want us to ask. Think of what you want us to chase. I mean, if you think about the Sun, this being a sister ship, there's going to be fewer surprises, but we'll be happy to chase anything down and figure it out. And,
yes, we will. Yeah. Yes, we will get to the bottom of it.
We will broadcast as much as we can.
Yeah, we're excited.
Yeah.
I hope there's something different. I don't know. I hear things like the arena is going to be a little bit bigger. Just a few things like that here and there. I guess they won't have to put in Park 19 and take it out. They just won't put it in to start. But I'm really hopeful the whole thing's ready to go. So it'll be really fun to see. Yeah, so exciting. So, Nell, nice to see you. Did I say that right? Or is it? Oh, it's Nellie. Sorry.
Nellie, okay.
How do you think Princess? Oh, hi. Do you think if they're leaving her December 2026 Majestic was canceled? So they canceled a whole bunch.
Mhm.
They canceled
November
I
through
think all
March
of their Galveston. Yeah.
on the Majestic.
On
right.
the Majestic.
I would be optimistic to say that I don't
they're going to
think
switch somebody
that
else out.
they'll just put something else there. But you're more the expert than I am.
I'm not really the expert. To me, you have like all the royal class ships, but to me, the Majestic Princess is kind of her own girl.
It is,
because
even after the dry dock that's going through.
I'm excited to see that because you can't. They're not going to take away like that Hollywood Conservatory. It may become the sanctuary, but it's still going to be its own thing. And so, and just kind of the feel of that ship is very continental. It's beautiful, and so. Yeah, we'll see. I don't know. I wish I knew somebody to ask.
Yeah.
But even if I did ask, I suppose nobody would want you to tell. But I noticed that Cunard has delayed. They were supposed to announce more mid-April, and they've moved it back to the end of April on some of their 2027s. And so, yeah, it'll just be interesting to see when stuff comes out. So,
well, and
I've been revisiting what I'd heard about the Antarctica with Princess, and that's just going to be interesting to see too. Last year they announced South America on May 4th, and so I think it's the 4th. I wrote it in my planner, and so we'll see what happens with Antarctica.
Mm-hmm. Well, I like what Doug from CME is saying here, that we didn't mention as long that it's still not been released for the 2027 in Alaska.
Oh, yeah, that's not here either. And that's not going to, I bet that's not coming until the summer. In 2023, they announced 2025, like in July.
Yeah.
And then last year, they didn't announce 2026 until in August. And he was saying, hoping the new CEO will have some new itineraries since he came from HAL. You know what? I hope so too. Yeah. But at the same time, I don't know how much they're going to vary. Let me tell you why. Because, Holland America has, like in 2020 this year, I think it's the Westerdam and the Koningsdam that are doing more your 7-day, and they go to remarkably the same places. Throw Sitka in there, which is Holland America is known for, but other than that, they just go to the same places again and again. And then they have some of those longer ones that go up further, and Princess has that this year too. And so I guess the only difference would be to see if they work in more of those longer ones, because basically, frankly, you kind of need more days, right, to be able to go further north. That's just me thinking that. So it will be interesting to see though. But itinerary wise, I am really hopeful. Because when you look even like at what Holland America does in the Mediterranean, as well as other places in the world, they do things Princess doesn't. To the point that when Gordon retires, I'm going to do some of those longer itineraries that Holland America does there. They've got really nice ones on the Oosterdam in 2026 that I think are just amazing. And so I'm with you, Doug. I hope that we see better itineraries, but it will be really interesting to see what happens with Alaska. And I think that these lines that have gone there for so long are going to have to differentiate themselves a little bit more as well, because you have like Holland America, they're the longest, and Princess right behind them, and then everybody else. But you've got Azamara coming. Virgin's going to put a ship up there. So is MSC. Right. And so there are going to be so many people going to Alaska that I think that these other ones are going to hopefully do a little bit more to make what they do, like keep doing what they're doing, but throw in more of the variety. Because, and there are new ports that want to be new ports.
Oh, yeah. I think a lot of it has to do with they have to balance between their 7-day and their 10-day and so on, because you still have families that want to go and they can only get off for so long. Yeah. Right. People that get off. And of course, summertime kids are off school, but Dad can only get off for a week versus 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And that kind of thing when you're talking traditional setup. Plus, there's some other. The Princess has 9 ships there this summer?
I want to say so.
I think so. And they're bigger. Next year the Star is going to be up there.
Yeah.
And so they're hoping to get more people there. So it's a balance that they have to get.
Sure. Yeah, you're right. Good going, dear. Good thinking.
I have some analytical things going on now and then.
Okay. Let's see.
I'm not just here for my looks sometimes.
Oh, Four for Life was saying that.
I love how I can say something and it's delayed, and then all of a sudden she's
I was paying attention to the tamarind, okay? And then you're throwing your looks out there to everybody. Okay. Let's see, where were we? So Coach Four for Life was saying the tamarind was their second home. We really enjoyed tamarind as well. We really like the tamarind an awful lot too. I would go on All in America just for that. Yeah. I would. It was really that good. In fact, when we go, I think I'll eat there more. Yeah, it was really, really good. Like to the point, like if you want tamarind one night or do you want the Pinnacle Grill, the steakhouse, I would take tamarind. Really enjoy their cuisine. So glad you guys liked it so much too. So
Holly's looking at our 4th of July.
Oh, yeah. Can you get me current price on Ocean View and Inside? Ocean View and Inside. Let me get a piece of paper here, Holly. You betcha. Let's get 2 pieces of paper. Okay, Holly.
Carrie said his flights to Rome are pretty reasonable. Less than $1,000 US.
It's fantastic.
Just grab another
one. Okay. Ocean View and Interior. Okay. Alrighty. Try marrying Henry VIII as a way to see the tower, just to get your head chopped off, right? I like Gary. Thanks for saying beef eaters. Indeed, yeah, that's exactly what I was trying to remember. So,
Sheila,
I'm glad you got reasonable flights. Have you been working as a tour, Sheila? You're a love. Working as a tour operator in Alaska. She used to work as a shore excursion manager for Royal Caribbean in Alaska. How fun is that, Sheila? You know what? I have not.
No.
I just have this channel. I've been to Alaska a few times, but never on Royal Caribbean. But let me tell you, some year I want to work there in Alaska just during the season. My idea is to drive a bus and do a tour at the same time. Okay, Gordon could drive. Why are you laughing?
I don't know.
Does anybody else want to come?
I can get you a connection for training if you want.
Okay, I'll take it. I can drive.
They train bus operators, Alaska tour bus drivers here. They recruit here at the local university. They take them up the
canyon,
and they go up our canyon to try them. They do.
So anyway, I haven't. Thanks for asking though. But that is one thing I would love to do. I honestly don't know if it's going to ever work out, but I would really like to. Because they hire so many people.
I thought I was going to drive and you were going to be the tour guide.
Well, you know what, I thought about that, but with all the trying to pay their debt off, I don't know if they're hiring drivers and like tour guides. We both might have to have a bus.
We've been on, they've had both.
Have they?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll get back to about Alaska.
In fact, we ought to be seeing those any day now, because now's when they're training.
Joy Johnson, nice to see you. 11 days until her West Coast cruise. Can't wait to be back on the ocean. And that sums it all up. Sealing the ocean blue. Thanks for saying that for us, Joy. We appreciate it. Lori's looking at flights for a Christmas market. No. Oh, it was an hour and a half layover, long enough at Heathrow. Not if that's for your first entry. If it's your first entry, which it probably is, and you have to go through, customs passport control there, I would take it a little bit longer.
And it's possible you may have to switch terminals too.
Yeah, I would definitely do longer than that. So for casinos at sea, I see they have free drinks while in the casino. I don't drink alcohol, so can I just keep asking for canned soda? How many at a time can I ask for?
You got 2 hands.
I love that you asked this. So nice meeting you here. Anybody that plays in the casino, if you can comment, that would just be great. Would appreciate that. I cannot imagine them giving you more than 1 or 2. Like, where are you going to put them, right? Yeah. You've either got to have the table thing there where you're playing, or the slot machine, whatever. You can't have 6, right?
Unless
where are
you going to put them? Unless you got someone that you're going to be slipping them to. I don't know.
I guess it depends on how fast. Yeah. Somebody will hopefully reply here. That's a good question. Oh, Melody, I am so glad you're finally feeling better. That makes me glad. Melody was on our Panama Canal cruise and she got really sick.
Oh.
So I'm glad she's doing better.
Yeah.
Really glad. So let's see. Fincian says, according to the Princess website, there are only 24 cabins on the Trans-Pacific for Auckland to LA inside as of last week. Thank you for letting us know. That's it's got to be a popular cruise. What a way to travel, right? Yeah. Let's see.
Jeffrey says that he was able to ask for soda, canned soda.
Can't see any problem asking for 2 at a time. I wouldn't think it would be hard to ask for 2 at a time either. I just think putting more than that, it would be a little hard maybe. So no cabins were available for the Auckland to Honolulu portion. You went to Canterbury. Oh, but it's an interesting deal. Well, let me tell you. It's really cool there. I would go to Canterbury again. Yeah. I would go to Canterbury. Now that just takes me back, the Canterbury Tales. You know how you have to learn all that stuff in high school. Yeah, Waffle House is the best. Thank you, Jeffrey. Yep. Thank you so much. Maybe you should come on the Love Boat cruise. So Thomas thinks it's too tight too, Lori. Do longer than an hour and a half. So Code 4 for Life has 71 days until their 28-day Alaska cruise on the Westerdam. I'm excited for you. See, you're going to be to that 4-star Mariner before we know it. Mm-hmm. So, but yeah, it's just really interesting to me. And I know, the cruise lines have to balance like how many of those 28-day cruises they do. But I wish sometimes they would do one that was like 14 that saw most of those places or a little bit more, I don't know. Because usually when you look at those 14-day cruises in Alaska, for the most part, not all. And Viking will be there too, because Viking goes to Alaska. But also, so many of the 14-day ones are just like up and back. Or if you want to do 2 7-day round trip Seattle, if you're just trying to get away. So I'm excited for you guys to get to go 28 days. And Jennifer, summer is coming and she's ready for warm weather. Exactly. I am with you. I'm done with wintertime. Let's see. Do I know if the Ruby has a sushi bar? I don't know. Does anybody else know right off?
Code 4 for Life. No, here it is.
Oh.
Ruby Princess does not have a sushi bar. They attempt sushi at times in the buffet. Now they did the same thing on the Coral when we were there in
on the
Panama
last
Canal.
Day. Yeah,
they had sushi out on the. It was out on the Lido deck, and it was interesting.
Gordon made it. I didn't.
And it was interesting to me. So to me, the difference between good sushi and bad sushi is the rice and how well they mix it to get the right amount of flavor into the rice. And
because he lived in Japan.
And they had half and half. Some of it was great. Some of it I just took a bite and said, I'm not going to eat that one. So.
And there you go. So, yeah.
Okay, my snottiness is coming through on that. Snobbiness is coming through on that one.
Yeah,
sorry.
Carrie's going to travel too. Clearly, he does. Yeah. But I'm with you, Carrie. We got to go. And whatever countries are doing, they can do. I'm just going.
Yep.
Yeah.
Jennifer's asking if Princess will ever come out of Norfolk. Didn't they have some out of?
Oh, you know what? Norfolk is they tried. They tried. And I think that they would have done more if it would have worked. But Norfolk is one of the places where too many people complained, or at least, you know what? Often it's not too many people. It's just very loud people.
Yeah.
And, so they had a couple scheduled, like those really great ones that were doing all like a bunch of like Revolutionary War.
Right. You could have gotten to Yorktown and you could have gotten to
but I'll be surprised if they ever try that again. Or at least not, it's going to be a while. So, yeah. Let's see. The Royal Class ships, Code 4 for Life says, are the ones that have the Ocean Terrace seafood and the sushi bar. You're absolutely right. Let's see.
Yeah, because Casey said they had the sushi on Discovery and loved it.
They do. They have that nice place. Yeah. Let's see.
Jeffrey was surprised at the fares on the
we're so low. Trains. I don't know why. No, the trains in Europe are different than they are anywhere else.
So Nellie says her British Isle cruise for April 28th got canceled. Is that one of the Regal ones?
Yeah, that's the one that got canceled because the Regal has been having engine problems since the transatlantic to take her back over to Galveston, and they were trying to fix it. Remember, they canceled those cruises, and then they had some longer overnight stays, like in Roatan or something, trying to fix it, and they couldn't. So, yeah, I'm sorry that was canceled, but I'm glad you got a rebook though for May 21st. That'll be nice. Yeah, Scott, nice to see you. I'm glad your mom's doing well.
Oh, okay.
Glad. Yeah, nice to see you. So Thomas is coming with us on the Star Princess. If anybody doesn't have anything to do in October, it's a round trip out of Barcelona. So how fabulous is that? And it ends, like, I want to say on a Thursday. Is that on Thursday?
I think so.
So our grand plan is, I think we're going to go to Paris for a few days because we thought,
right.
Well, why would we go home on Thursday for him to go to work on Friday? So we're trying to decide. That's what I think we're going to do, because I want to see the new well, we're trying to decide everything, but I would like to see the new Notre Dame. Yeah. But choosing for one. Oh, it'll be interesting to see if the casino smoking on the Star is different. See, the Carnival has now added a non-smoking casino annex on a different deck. Well, and the interesting thing is, so which Carnival one is that one? Because, like on the Celebration, they have like two very distinct different casinos, like very distinct, like sliding glass doors on the one that is smoking. So you go in and out and the door's shut, and that is all smoking. And then clear around on the other side, like, you have the casino part, and then you have the elevators, and the theater is here. So if you sit in the theater at the back on the side with the smoking side of the casino, you do end up smelling smoke when it's busy in that casino. But then on the other side, a whole just open non-smoking. So it is going to be interesting. Thanks for saying that. And I'm hoping at some point it'll catch on that they'll quit having smoking there. I think it's important to have smoking areas for people who smoke, but I don't necessarily think it should be in a place where people who don't smoke are exposed to it. So that's just my 2 cents. And it's probably because it makes me so sick. So let's see. Hey, Hank and Diane, nice to see you guys. Can you use onboard credit during the land portion of an Alaskan cruise, or only while you're on board the ship? So you can just use it for your excursions, but you can't go shopping with it. Does that make sense? Yeah. Oh, I see what you're asking too. Never mind. Forget what I said. You're not going shopping with it. No, it's for on the ship. Sorry, it does not apply. Like if you have a cruise tour, it does not apply to the tour portion. No.
Kim had a question here.
Sorry, it took me a minute to stumble to that.
About the Love Boat right up here.
Do we have to do anything special to enter Mexico? Nope, you don't. No. And even if you're going there for a short amount of time, not on a cruise, you don't have to do anything special. I know this because our daughter's there right now with her family. And I asked her, but no, if you read like on the Mexican government page, they very distinctly point out that for people coming on cruises, you don't have to do anything. So once that new fee goes into effect in July, that will have to be added by the cruise line. They'll just add that to your cruise fare, as port fees and taxes, but you don't have to fill out anything or get anything or do anything. Nope, just go. Yeah, and the Love Boat cruise is on in spades, so be excited. Yeah, and I have bright ideas for that too, so come fun. We had the fun scavenger hunt on this last one, and so I'm inspired by that, so we'll make it something special for the Love Boat, right? Although that's going to be a different cruise because you have so many Love Boat activities going on, even
very much so.
Even for people that don't buy the package. This last one was phenomenal. Even if you didn't buy the package, so many things, so I'll have to figure out something for that. But yeah, Love Boat's awesome. Yeah. So Solo Love Boat Cruising says Star Princess has newly designed non-smoking casino sections. That's what I heard too. I just don't know. You can have, like remember when you were on the airplane in the old days and they had the smoking section and the non-smoking section? Well, everybody smelled it. So to me, it's just going to be really interesting to see, like, how is that? Is it really truly non-smoking, or no, you're not going to smoke here, but it's going to waft over? I guess we'll see when we get there. I'm excited. We'll have to go in there. I love to go in the casino. I don't play there, but I don't know why. I like to go see what's going on.
It's mesmerizing.
It's all those lights. It's so pretty. And everybody's happy who's there.
Well, if they're not happy, they're too drunk to know.
Anyway, no, they're not drunk. Just ignore him. He didn't say that. That implies people have to be drunk to be there. Don't say that. So, Legendary and Grand Cruises have amazing. The Holland America Legendary, yes, and Grand Cruises have amazing itineraries. They do. You know, Princess released a while ago. What did they call theirs? They made a deal saying something about their cruises, and they did never change an itinerary. They never have released an itinerary calling it a Legendary. Substitute the word Princess used. They just didn't ever do anything with it. So hopefully our new president's doing that. I guess we'll see, huh?
Yeah.
I'm going to look up and see what that was called. I remember when they did it and I got all excited. I remember I talked about it, but then they kind of dropped that ball. I'll just look for what they called that. But yeah, Holland America really does. So yeah, we have a lot of places, all of us, to go together. We do. Let's see. Jeffrey says he doesn't expect to sail on the Sphere class soon, but good to know what to expect when he does. Thank you. You know, thanks for saying that. Solo Love Boat Cruising. She said that the Island Princess 32-day 2026 cruise was canceled. I heard that. Anybody know what day that goes? I guess I could look on the Princess website.
Yeah.
So, you know what, Mark, as a travel agent, I am not able to book Australian residents. Thank you with all my heart for asking me that. I really appreciate that. Thank you for thinking of me. But I can't. I can book people in Canada and Mexico and somewhere else if they have a U.S. address for their credit card. But I can't otherwise. But thanks for asking me. Thank you. So, yeah. Ron, how are you doing?
He posted he's got he's wondering that it might be a downswing because he's noticed on his price alert website.
Oh, so Ron is going on that December 6th sailing this year. That's like the 60th anniversary of Princess Cruises on the Royal Princess, 14 days, Mexican Riviera. And it is, he sent me an email today, and it has gone down twice. I don't know. Okay, so this is me. So everybody say what you think. So Princess, you know, they said, you know, book your cruise early, you're going to get the best price. Well, I think it's really important to book your cruise early as soon as you know you want to go, because then you know you're going and get the cabin that you want. But it is important to watch your price because prices go up and down all the time. And of course, you know, it's just a computer algorithm. It thinks that a cruise should be, you know, booked by X amount by this date. And if it's not, they're going to fluctuate the price. And so it's really interesting to me to watch cruises do that. And the surprising thing is I think that they have some glitches in their algorithm, because you can see cruises that are getting really quite booked that are a long time away and the price will go down. And you're like, well, why are they doing that? But then you'll have, but like this 50th anniversary cruise, there is still a lot of space left on that ship. And I don't know, to me, to do a 60th anniversary sailing, something you're going to celebrate your cruise line, should have been 7 days. I don't know why they're doing 14 days, because 14 days is lovely on a ship. That's nothing wrong. But I just think that like the execution is kind of different there. Everybody, please say what you think, would you? And I don't mean that mean at all. It just surprises me that they would take something so long that started out so expensive, trying to do that with it when it wasn't even to an expensive place, I guess, is a lot of what I think. So tell me what you think. Let's see. Do you have plans to sail the Star? We are going. We are going on the inaugural October 4th. She is coming to the United States, as I call it, coming to America, the beginning of November. And there's like a 3-day cruise. So we're going on that. And then there's a 5-day cruise. That 5-day cruise is actually the one that Dream Vacations is having their annual convention on. So I'll be on it for that. And then we get off the get off the ship and fly that day to Galveston to get on the ship the next day for the Love Boat cruise. So very busy time, but yeah, I'm so excited to go on
and then the Alaska Inside Passage the next
and then June 21st, 2026, we've got a group cruise to Alaska on the Star.
So I just put down here a link to our group cruises.
Yeah,
that will show those.
See, so Clyde. Oh, now this is a good question, Clyde.
Which cruise line would you recommend for the Northern Lights cruise?
I was just thinking about something. Okay, so it depends on what your goals are with a Northern Lights cruise. So, you can take Princess. They do one Northern Lights cruise a year. We did that in 2023, and it's phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. And I really like when they do it. They do it right in the cusp of the season. So you could get bad weather, but it's early enough that often you don't get bad weather. But they take you clear up. You spend like 2 days up in Alta, Norway. We stopped at ours. We had to miss Stavanger, so we stopped in Trondheim. But the best Northern Lights we saw the whole trip was in.
Was that Trondheim or was
it? No. It was in Tromsø.
Okay.
And then the Lofoten Island stop we saw a lot that night as well. But so you can do that, or you can do them on Hurtigruten, which they run several times a year there. Phenomenal. Hurtigruten is excellent. So if you can afford to do that, I would just do it. I wouldn't do it too late, though, because, for example, this year, a bunch of Vikings got canceled, or else they had trouble and weren't able to go where they were supposed to go, and some of the others. So if I were doing it, I would, I would probably do it on Princess and go when Princess goes, because they do such a good job. Like this year, it's on the Emerald.
But wasn't the one this last year where the Caribbean Princess broke off the mooring lines?
That's true. That did happen. Yeah.
So
there you go. But I also think you have to kind of look at what you want your whole experience to be, because like the experience that Hurtigruten going to provide is very different than the Princess experience, which is different than the Viking experience. So I think that in addition to like trying to go when you have a good shot with the weather, because the weather plays a role. When we were in Alta, we didn't see the Northern Lights because it was cloudy, and so you want to go on someone that stays north long enough to get to see it if you have a couple of cloudy days, and we did. So ask me other questions about it, but there's a lot to think about. So I would say talk over with your travel agent everything that you've got in mind and kind of what you want that to look like, and then it's much easier to pick what will make you happy and that you'll go and feel like you got what you were hoping for. So let's see. Ontario girl says they're going to do the Arctic, Iceland, and Greenland this summer. Oh, are you? Like in June? I think it goes in June. Does it go in June? They have a few itineraries, I guess, but they've got that Viking one. Yeah, very, very nice cruises they do. Jody, what cruise is the best to go from the Mediterranean, leaving and returning from Greece, and what time of year? I have a friend in Athens that she wants to see, and he has a place for us to stay.
Wow.
So I would say my favorite time in the Mediterranean is probably, I would go anytime you got the chance. But the fall is beautiful there.
Fall, yeah. Well,
because it's not quite as crowded with all the tourists when school starts. But September is still hot. This year when we were there, like the middle of October-ish, it was like the chilliest spring they'd had. When I was in the south of France in September, they said it was the chilliest they'd had, and I wasn't needing a sweater. And so it's a beautiful time to go in the fall. That's when I would go.
Right. But for a cruise line, we were on Celebrity, but that was partly because we wanted to, it was originally
originally supposed to go to Israel,
Egypt, right.
In Egypt. So
that was why we chose that itinerary.
But Princess does excellent ones. Princess does, Holland America does. I would say it would be like what port you want. Is what makes it, would kind of be like what you choose. And I will say, for saying all the good things about Holland America, having some amazing itineraries, they have some remarkably boring ones too. Just putting that out there. It's not like I think all of theirs are perfect and all the princesses are terrible. No. I think that you should just take the best of both. That's what I think. And throw in Celebrity when you need to get where you want to go. Absolutely.
I would say, okay, we did hit Mykonos and Santorini this time, as well as Istanbul, but we got to Rhodes for the first time ever. And I would love to go back to Rhodes. I was very impressed.
You really liked Rhodes. I liked Rhodes too. That's where I got my sandals.
Yeah.
So, but it was really, and I put my feet in the ocean. Yeah, really enjoyed that. So yeah, Jody, we could talk about that if you'd like.
Christy's going to come when you drive.
Okay, Christy. Okay, if they have the thing that you can't drive and talk at the same time, we'll take turns, or you can only drive and I'll talk, or I'll drive and you talk, okay? Put Gordon and David in a bus. I can take turns talking and driving. Wouldn't that just be so much fun, though?
Well,
Jeffrey, Tim and Christy, you can come.
Jeffrey
Tim and Cindy, you come too.
Jeffrey says, "I'll be right back," and then you take off on it. Well, and Tim
now you've got the idea.
Tim wants to know: are you going to be handicap accessible?
Yes, we are. We're going to have a lift on our bus.
Yep.
We are. Yes, we sure are. So you guys will have to come.
Yeah,
you'll have to come.
Well, Sheila points out, who first brought this up, you could be working in Alaska or on the ships. They're always short of staff.
Thank you. Wouldn't that just be a ball? That would be so much fun. I just have to go a few more places in my summers first. That and our grandchildren, I know the oldest is 6. They're going to get to the age though where they start school, and then summers are a big deal because they're not in school. So
if we're driving a bus, they can come and sit with us.
Okay. Do I have to take the tour again? Yes.
You can give it now. It's your turn.
Yeah.
And you can keep the tips.
Wouldn't that be fun? I don't think anybody would give us a tip, and that's okay. It'd just be fun. So, Solo Love Boat Cruising is doing Ruby on April 20th out of San Francisco. That sounds fun. Meg, good to see you. Our Denali tour bus driver said she comes up every summer. How fun is that? See? That's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Let's see. May is coming soon. Honeymoon cruise.
On the Celebrity Beyond. And the Freedom of the Seas.
Can't wait for that. Your wedding is in a week?
Wow.
Well, best wishes.
Yeah.
We wish you all the very best. Very much all the very best. Hope you have a wonderful wedding, have wonderful cruises, and have a wonderful life. What do they say? May the road rise up to meet you, and all the sweet things that go with that. So we wish you the best. So let's see. See you, Carrie. We'll go here in a minute to RA. They were on the Regal 2 weeks ago. Future cruise people were not very helpful or friendly. It's been mentioned, and I agree.
Wow.
Yeah, it's really interesting, isn't it? Like the difference between the ships, and even on the Coral, we had one that was absolutely outstanding. Her name's Barbara. Absolutely outstanding. The other, one other lady that was in there, and sometimes I saw a guy in there, not impressed at all. And so, I don't know. You get what you get, right? But it just makes you sad. I don't know. I have in my mind how I want things to go, and sometimes you don't. So sorry about that. Yeah, just when you get home, call your travel agent. That's what I would do. Let's see. William does the same with the sushi if the rice isn't good. And there you go. Let's see. Melody, they used you for Norfolk after the bridge was destroyed in Baltimore. Don't think it was liked by most.
That's too bad.
Thank you for saying that. Yeah, like Royal Caribbean went down there and Carnival went down there. Yeah.
Oh, William says in Williamsburg, Virginia, Chickahominy House has the best breakfast.
Oh, thank you. Oh, let's just write that down. Because you never know when we're going to be there next. Williamsburg. Okay.
We did the Grand Corral, the Golden Corral, with all the junior high tour. It was a school tour.
It was really cute. Yeah. They're just fun to watch. Free really entertainment. Nice, they're very polite.
They're all in line for pizza, and they're just like, no, go
That's
on.
all they wanted.
Yeah, they wanted the pizza, and they let everybody else go by.
So Nellie says they booked a cruise for October this year. They think the cruise is overbooked because they're only able to book a guarantee. Do we really need to worry about being canceled? No, I wouldn't worry about being canceled. If it gets too close to the cruise and they don't have enough people, like enough cabins for all the people, they'll send out move over offers. So I wouldn't worry about it. So, thanks for saying this, Gary. He says Norfolk has a cruise terminal. Carnival sells out of it. Yorktown had issues with locals afraid of over touristing. Thank you. Mm-hmm. That was it. Because I want to say it was the Coral. It was the Coral or the Island. One of them that went out there for a very brief period of time. Yeah. Let's see. Karen says hello. Nice to see you, Karen. Really good to see you.
Tony Big Dog says hi.
Tony Big Dog, nice to have you with us, Tony. They're coming with us on the Nile.
Okay. Here's Mark.
That Nile cruise. Okay, Mark and Melanie. Hey there.
Hi.
They booked their flight to Buenos Aires for the January 2026 Antarctica cruise. Looking forward to that trip after seeing Hetty's travelogue. I know, doesn't it make you just want to go now? 61 days until the British is on Holland America's new Stand Up. I am so excited for you guys. Really excited. You'll have to tell us about it. I should look up the itinerary just to see what it looks like, so we know where you're going.
Yeah.
So.
Are they going to overlap with us?
No, in 61 days. When are you guys going?
That's only 2 months.
Doink, doink. So
no,
let's
that's
in
when
May,
we're headed to
May.
Alaska.
Yeah. So, yeah, Ron was saying again, price reductions on us December 6th. Yeah. And, maybe not enough people want to go there for 2 weeks with that. I don't know.
Here you go.
Melody says, I renewed my passport online and it took exactly 3 weeks from the time I had sent until it arrived back in my mailbox. Thank you, Melody. Was that very long ago? I have just been worried. I've been checking my email. I'm driving more nuts. I'm like ready to call. I said
March 16th. Okay.
I said to him, well, that's the day I got the email saying that they had it. They'd submitted my payment. They'd start working on it. And so, they say, if you have travel in 2 weeks and you don't have your passport back, call this number. I'm like, I'm going to call that number. He's like, don't call that number. So that's what we're working on here. So thanks, Melody, for saying that. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
As she rightly pointed out, she cannot travel internationally right now. And I'm thinking, we don't have any plan for 2 months.
Well, you never know what's going to crop up. You just don't know. That's what I think. Thomas is coming with us to Antarctica.
Yeah.
Coke is so cheap in Mexico. I love these fun comments.
Yeah. Oh, thank
Coke
you.
is cheap.
Yes,
Water bottles
my
are cheap in the Mediterranean.
Soon filled.
Oh, so much better.
Yeah, so
Thank
much better.
you.
It's all better.
Thank you. Thanks for noticing. Yeah, somebody asked me after we did that last live what happened because it was so dark. Yeah. So on the cruise that Sue has booked on, prices have gone up. So see, I tell you.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Hey, Gina, so nice to see you. Caribbean Princess added 2 food and wine experiences and additional excursions to the wine country for the California Food and Wine Cruise on October 30th. Thank you for saying that. That's a big deal. And I love that they did that on the Food and Wine Cruise. That's really important. Because you know what? People go on those and they want to really feel like it's special. So I'm glad that they added some. That makes me really happy. Good. So let's see. Jeffrey's usually on a casino comp, so he doesn't have to worry about the price going down. Best food. But you know what? I do like that you say this, though, Jeffrey, because he says he books as soon as the booking's open to get what he wants. Because you know what? You can book with casino comps, but they limit how many per sailing, right? So if you want to get something, you should get on there. They don't just let every person like as many as want. So thanks for saying that. Everybody should remember that. Oh, the best food and wine experience he ever had was on the Caribbean.
Yeah.
Yeah. Take good care, Angie. Let's see. David's saying hey to everybody. Is anybody else here? So we've got Tim and Cindy, Carrie, Justine,
Melody, Ronald.
Oh, he knows. I was like, Carrie wasn't on the Panama Canal, but you knew him from the Love Boat. Yeah. And then Melody and Ronald. Yeah. So you got Justine and Scott. Scott popped in, Justine's husband.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, Mark and Melanie from other cruises, and Mary, another one.
Mm-hmm. So Nicole said that they were just looking at a 6-day on the Sky Princess next February at Port Canaveral. So glad our friend loved her first cruise. I'm glad they loved their first cruise too. So we have somebody coming with us on the 4th of July cruise that it's their first cruise, and I'm so excited.
Jeffrey wrote,
wow.
The last time the road rose up to meet him, he dislocated his shoulder.
Did I say that wrong? I don't know.
No, you did. It's just he's.
Craig O says Barbara in the Future Cruise is so friendly. She is.
Oh wow!
She does a great job. I just really enjoyed her. Let's see. Didn't have good luck with the Future Cruise desk on the Sun. Oh, thanks for saying that, Patricia. Yeah, that Future Cruise desk on the Sun is just a funny thing. It's like not really an office, you know. They've got that globe right there and that like screen thing, and like who was in charge of that? Let's see. Oh, thank you, David. Thank you. You're right. When you get home, if you don't have a travel agent, call me or send me an email. Thank you. Thanks, David. I would just be delighted to help anybody that would like to work with me.
See, and Melody said her passport came just this last
Oh,
Monday.
This last Monday. So maybe
So
mine's
you're
in
the
line
same-
right
you're
behind
on the
you.
same time.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Thanks, Melody. Oh, June 1st on the British Isles Cruise is when Mark and Melanie are going. It's nice to see you too. I hope you're
Yeah.
doing well. Yeah, thanks. Okay. And
We're all the way down.
Okay, everybody. Thanks for coming tonight. It's been just delightful to be here with you. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you on Monday night. Until then, y'all take care and have a wonderful weekend. I'll be talking to y'all again really soon. You all take really good care. God bless you. Love you. Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye, Patty.
Oh, Patty. Bye. See you, sweet.